भाईजान कैसे हो?
सर अच्छे हैं सर। आप कैसे सर?
एकदम बढ़िया। आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
यस हाँ बराबर है।
यार तो हमें तो ये हमने डिसाइड किया था, आई थिंक एक महीना पहले या 1.5 महीना पहले हम ये लाइव सेशन करेंगे।
हाँ सर।
अम, समय नहीं मिल पाया, देन वी कनेक्टेड अगेन रिसेंटली। आई
यस
हैव बीन मीनिंग टू स्पीक टू यू फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम.
या मीट।
It's good to get in touch with you. For those of you, so for those people who are joining right now, who are watching, why don't you introduce yourself?
See, I'm Mohammed Aquib. I'm from Hyderabad basically, and I have been doing fitness training, gym training from 2017 on and off. From 2019, I started regular training, started powerlifting and all. So now I'm into it.
That is awesome. Okay. And are you studying medicine by any chance?
No, no, I am doing law, sir.
You're doing law, but your parents are doctors, I believe.
Yes.
That is awesome. That's beautiful. So, Mohammed, you have a very special story. I believe there was a time when you were diagnosed with brain tumor. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How old were you when you were diagnosed with brain tumor?
Uh, 10 years old, 9 years, 10 years old.
You were 9 years old when you
Yes,
got diagnosed with brain tumor.
yes.
Um, can you take us back in time and explain to us exactly? Are you comfortable speaking about this, by the way?
Yeah, I'm comfortable. No problem.
No problem, right?
Uh,
Anytime you feel like we may be touching on some things which are sensitive, which are not ready to speak about, please let me know.
yes, sure.
So, at around 9 years of age, you got diagnosed with brain tumor. How did that diagnosis come to be? How did you decide to, or how did your, let's say, parents decide to send you for a checkup to diagnose this condition?
Basically, what was happening is my vision was getting blurred day by day. I was not able to see things clearly. So we went to ophthalmologist and also I got specs, but still I was having problems. So then the ophthalmologist suggested to take an MRI, and through that I got to know about
You got to know about it.
it. Yeah,
All right. And you were 9 years old when you got to know about your brain tumor. And then what happened? You remember you're 21 now. So it's been 12 years, I believe, if my math
yeah,
is correct. So, do you remember the day you got diagnosed with brain tumor?
yes,
It's still clear in your memory.
yeah.
Were you informed right away that you had brain tumor?
Yes, because my father is a doctor. So what happened is actually my operation it was in Mumbai, Hindulu Hospital.
Okay.
So we went there for MRI and all. Then we took second opinion. So my father told me from the beginning that this is the issue you had. So I got to know there directly.
That's that's incredibly rare. Normally, it's very difficult to break it to the child that this is something which, and because you have doctor parents, so at 9 years old you would know exactly what the consequences of a condition like this could be. So he made
Yes,
it absolutely clear to you that this is
yeah,
the problem.
yes.
Great. So what happened after that? Let me just quickly grab my headset. In the
Okay.
meantime, can you tell us what happened after that? So you got diagnosed, it was brought to your attention immediately. Nothing was kept from you. And
Yeah,
then an operation was scheduled, a surgery was scheduled.
yes.
So can
So
you brief us as to how that went about?
yes, one second. If you
Yeah, I'm back.
So what happened was I didn't knew exactly what was the tumor and all. So my father drew diagrams for me showing that an optic nerve had tumor. So that was the basically the thing. Then I got to knew what was the whole problem and all.
Mohammed, I lost you there for a bit. I'm so sorry while I was connecting.
Yeah, yeah,
So you said your father drew a diagram for you.
yeah, yeah. Because at that time I didn't know what was tumor and also he showed me through drawings and all. Okay, here you have a tumor in your brain, so we need to operate on that. That's all.
And before you went in for the surgery,
Yes,
were the surgeons confident of doing the job, or was this a risky surgery?
it was risky surgery because what happened is first time we had the operation, tumor was removed, but again it grew. Again it grew. So it was not fully removed. So we had to do it again two times surgery to remove it.
And the second time, you got the entire thing removed.
Yeah, and yeah, right.
And how old were you when you got the second operation?
It was 10 years old. First was in 2009, second was in 2010, a year later.
A year later. And since 2010, things have been smooth. You've got your regular checkups and
Yeah,
you're fine.
yeah, yeah.
That is beautiful. And I must give credit to your father here because he was incredibly brave and strong and very open. He was very honest about what is happening, and he trusted you to take it well. Um,
Yes,
I'm still young. I don't know what it's like to be a parent, but that's incredible what he did.
yes, that,
And what's even more incredible is that you were able to deal with it. It's at such a tender age. You went through the
yes,
procedure, recovered, and you had another procedure, recovered, and it's not just the physical recovery, but the stress and the trauma and the shock which something of that nature brings. You're able to deal with it, and now here you are.
yes, yes. That is really great.
Great. Would you say that this was something which was diagnosed early in your case?
Might be not an early, middle thing because I don't think it was early diagnosis.
Yeah, but in the sense that as soon as you started experiencing symptoms, the right measures were taken to diagnose the condition.
Yeah, that was it.
Is this generally the trend, or do people tend to wait longer before getting scans done?
Yeah, people generally wait longer because they see if vision is blurring, they generally go to ophthalmologist, then they use specs and all. So it takes time. But I
Yeah,
got into good hands and so good doctors.
yeah, yeah. It's I can relate to this in the sense that obviously I can't relate to what you've been through, but a lot of times when we start experiencing symptoms, because my parents are doctors, just like your parents are doctors. Um, Whatever needs to be done in the way of diagnosis is usually done. It's taken care of, and we're able to find the condition sooner, and we're able to then go about treating the condition soon as well. In fact, a very recent example would be my coronavirus situation. As soon as I experienced symptoms, within 3 hours, I got my test done. Another couple of hours, and I tested positive, and we started my treatment right away. And in within 2 days, I was symptom free. I did have pretty severe symptoms, but within 2 days, I was fine. So um, that's great. And is there anything which you'd like to share from this experience? How is this experience, maybe let's say, has it influenced your personality?
No, not as such because at that time it made me really strong at that time because I was in maybe fourth grade or so. So people, my relatives and all used to suggest that I get drop out for 1 year.
Okay.
So I skip 1 year and then again join it. But I did with my willpower and also I continued studying that. So that's the thing I learned that.
It's beautiful. It speaks to your strength and your character as a young boy. I also think it speaks to your upbringing. Um, because I can tell right away the way your dad handled the situation. He brought you up to be a strong boy, and you become a strong young man as a consequence of this experience, and obviously many other experiences and teachings from your family. That's beautiful.
Yes, yes.
All right, so let's move forward. Okay, now you've recovered, you're better, you're healthy. You've been exploring powerlifting, you said.
Yeah, yes, yes, sir.
How did that come about?
Yeah, I really liked it. I have been doing it since 2019, so regularly, probably. Now it's
2009.
yeah, 2019.
Did you ever consider participating in a district competition at Hyderabad, anything of that sort?
No, I did not consider it because actually I see now also I am on drugs and all, so I don't know if that is allowed in any competition or some. I don't know anything about that, so that's the reason I don't take it much serious.
Let, let's come back. Let's touch on your medication. So you're still on medication to this very day.
Yes, yes.
What medication is this?
What happened was during those two surgeries, pituitary gland, they had to remove some part of it also with the tumor. So the hormones produced by that pituitary gland was disturbed in my body, to my body. So I take external hormones, thyroid hormones, uh, steroids, and all. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So you're on hormonal therapy.
yeah,
It's a very important gland, and was it a sizable chunk which they removed?
yeah.
So is the function of the pituitary completely compromised, or it still is able to secrete a little?
Yeah, that was the great thing because doctors at that during that surgery assumed that the whole thing will get destroyed, but I don't know. Little part was left, I think, so it is working a bit now. So not all hormone is gone. It is producing little hormone.
That's beautiful. And you keep getting testing done regularly.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
How often do you get testing done?
Uh, 6 months basically. After those operations, I had to take MRI regularly every month or so. But now I take 6 months MRI and blood test 6 months. 6 months.
Okay. So, and this has been your regular routine for the last 9 to 10 years now.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel to be on this medication? Like, I remember you told me that it's obviously not an enjoyable experience. Okay, some of the medicines don't taste good, and obviously, hormonal therapy has its own set of complications. But
Yes.
can you describe what your experience is like on the medication?
Medications, sir. Now at this stage, now I got used to it, so it's not a big deal for me now. But yeah, sometimes I think till how much long I have to take this and all. Sometimes I feel it, but
Yeah, and it gets on your nerves. Like you're like, ah
yeah,
man, it's and it's not like a casual medication. It's not like popping vitamins and minerals. This is serious medication. So yeah,
yeah.
okay. So moving on from this, Tell me about your interest in law because your parents are doctors. Did you ever think that you'd become a doctor as well?
No, I did not think so because I see my parents' job as a really hectic, and also I thought I cannot take that much stress. And also,
Right. Yeah, I can relate to that because my mom and dad also work incredibly hard, and their work never stops. Even at night, they keep getting calls from hospital patients, and it's a service. You have to, even if it's outside working hours, you sometimes have to address these situations. So I understand that. So, how did you come about studying law? Why law? Why not engineering or any other field of education? Why law?
actually, from beginning, my maths was really not good. So I thought what I searched for other career options. So law was the best beneficial for me. I wanted to humanitarian laws and all. I was interested in that side of law. So I took that.
Yeah, I have a sort of hobbyist interest in studying law as well, mostly because I keep getting into trouble with the law. But it's a fascinating subject. It's interesting. How are you liking studying law?
Yeah, it's really nice. Lots
Pretty
of things to
interesting.
learn. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're 21, which means you must be on the verge of graduating soon.
Yeah, 2 years are left. 2 years.
2 years are left. And then what do you plan to do? Do you plan to work under someone initially?
Yes, I'm planning to work under someone. Or the other thing is, I wanted to pursue further LLM and all. So that's one option.
And that you'll be pursuing in Hyderabad itself or somewhere else?
No, in Hyderabad. Nalsar,
Like,
I'm trying for that.
and is there any special field of law which you want to specialize in?
Uh, I think I'm trying for corporate law now. Um,
Yeah, corporate law is something which never goes out of fashion. So
yes.
nice, good. Uh, Great. What else? You mentioned powerlifting. Outside of that, do you have any other hobbies or interests?
No, as of now, I don't.
Nothing.
I do powerlifting as well as I'm interested in strongman training also. So I try a different exercises, something I like it.
So this is a recent hobby of yours, a recent endeavor, because 2019 started and then
Yeah.
obviously the lockdown happened. So you lost 2020. You may not have had gym access for a while. So when you started powerlifting, first tell me how did you learn about the sport powerlifting? What exposed you to the idea that there is something known as powerlifting?
Actually, I used to see in videos of Deva Khule sir. So he's also
Oh,
doing
yes.
powerlifting. So that time, through that, I got into powerlifting. And Yash Sharma is also there now. So through his YouTube also, I got few information. So then I started.
I'm going to let Yash Sharma know about this. And I'll send this session to him as well. Make sure you save it. I'll make sure Yash sees this video. And I know Deva as well. I met Deva at the Maharashtra State Powerlifting Championships in 2019.
Okay.
He's doing a good job as well.
Okay.
Beautiful. So when you started powerlifting, do you remember what your numbers were like, your squat, bench press, and deadlift when you just started?
Actually, my leverages were very bad. So my numbers were squat. I did 60 kg. Squat was 60
Okay.
kg. Bench was 40, and deadlift was 90 kg.
Okay. That's fine. That's a decent starting point.
Yeah.
And as you've progressed to training, do you have any goals or numbers which you're aiming for?
As of now, no. I'm just trying to sub maximal loads. I'm trying to train just to increase my strength some little bit, as it's not
And
planned as a plan.
and what's your progress been like? So at your best, where have your numbers been?
My actually 75 kgs bench now, 100 kg squat, and 140 kg deadlift.
That's awesome. So I would say in about a year and a half of inconsistent training because the gyms have been closed, you managed to add some serious poundage.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and keep in mind that this is after you have made a recovery from a pretty serious condition on medication, on hormonal therapy. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Would you be interested in competing sometime in the future?
Sure, sir. I will try. Actually, it's I have to discuss with my parents because my health condition they know better more. So I'll consult once
Yeah.
and I'll
Yes,
try.
yes. Obviously, the doctors have to be in the loop.
Yeah, yeah.
But it would be incredibly inspirational if you showed up for a powerlifting competition, and if you were to participate in a powerlifting competition, it would be so inspirational. I would love to see you just show up at the district competition at Hyderabad. Obviously, select numbers which are within your limits. You don't have to push yourself, but the sheer thought of someone like you stepping foot on the powerlifting platform, it's going to inspire so many people.
Yeah. Sure, sir. I will try.
Beautiful. Aman Bindra is in the house.
Oh,
Why don't you add Aman Bindra?
sure. One thing I'll try.
Let me connect my charger
Yeah.
before I lose battery. Do you know Aman Bindra? Because Aman was giving you a lot of
Yes.
OPs.
Yes. 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 I know. I follow him.
Yeah. You're getting a lot of positive feedback here. People are saying, brave man, proud of you, Aquib. Aman Bindra's like Aquib OP.
Yes. Thank you.
It's good to
Thank you.
see. Let's see if we can get someone else on board. Would anyone else like to join? They'll probably be sending you requests, Akib.
I have sent invite to Aman sir. How shall I do now?
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Nice. I think Aman Bindra is joining us. Aman's in the house. Aman, what's up? Aman Bindra is going to be here now, anytime. Hopefully, he's got a good internet connection. Aman Bindra, what is this, man? Terrible. Very bad, Aman Bindra. Aman Bindra is on that baby man internet connection right now.
Yeah. I think this connection.
Aman Bindra, connect to Wi-Fi, buddy. Okay, cellular isn't working for you. Oh, by the way, do you prefer being called Akib or Mohammed?
Ask it. Ask it.
Akib.
Yeah.
Awesome. Aman Bindra is like he's requesting again. Let's add Aman Bindra. Aman Bindra is trying his best. Come on, Aman Bindra, you can do it. Your internet connection. Aman Bindra is in the
हाय
house.
हाय
What's
व्हाट्सअप
up?
भाई।
Hi. Hi.
हाय आकिब भाई, मैं आपका
So,
चैट पढ़ रहा था अभी। मैं आपको फॉलो किया ना वापस अमन के साथ लाइव देख के, तो मैं आपका चैट पढ़ रहा था।
अच्छा।
आपकी मेरी तो बात होती रहती है, मैंने देखा अभी।
हाँ। ये सर है।
नाइस।
I,
एक्चुअली अमन और मैंने लाइव किया था जहाँ पे अमन ने बोला था कि वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट डेडलिफ्ट एंड राउंडिंग योर बैक इज ओके। सो ही एक्चुअली हैड सम वेरी गुड इनसाइट्स ऑन इट। सो उसको पता है कि स्पॉट यूनिवर्सिटी वाले अरे वो गलत बोलता है, वो सब उन्होंने लिखा, मैं पढ़ रहा था।
ये आकिब ने लिखा था.
हाँ, he wrote this to me that I watched that live और मैंने देखा Aman was talking about this thing.
Man,
Yeah.
Akib is incredibly sharp. He sent me some things in my DMs as well. The man thinks. There's no doubt about it. Like he's a thinking lifter, and it's good to see, man. A young man who's thinking, who's making the best of life right now. It's awesome.
I also actually had posted something about dieting in general on the nutrition coach group, and मैंने वहाँ पे बोला था जो लोग भी इस पे if they can give some insights I might gift you something. So he actually had very good insights on it. मैं आपको भेजूंगा उसका स्क्रीनशॉट. उसने मुझे इतना लंबा मैसेज भेजा, मैंने अभी पढ़ा पूरा कि अच्छा ये थे वो.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome. And that's good to know, yeah. I didn't know that, Aman, I didn't know you knew Aquib. So,
We keep talking
that's
in
great.
DMs. मैंने उनको अभी देखा तो मैंने फॉलो बैक किया, मैंने देखा अरे हमारी बात होती रहती है.
Aman Bindra is nice, no? You interact with everyone in the DMs. I'm a little mean, man.
अरे मैं ट्राई
So,
करता हूँ भाई पूरा, पर कभी कभी नहीं हो पाता. इतना सारा होता है ना, फिर लगता है अरे कैसे करें.
great, great, great. Good to see. So Aquib is competing, man, in powerlifting. Aman Bindra, when are you competing?
मैं नहीं करने वाला हूँ पावर लिफ्टिंग में. आई हैव नो गोल्स टू कम्पीट इन पावर लिफ्टिंग. आई विल बी देयर टू सपोर्ट
You
आकिब भाई.
done, man. We'll go to Hyderabad.
डन डील. इफ यू आर
I
कम्पीटिंग वी आर कमिंग.
Oh, sure.
That may be like as soon as a few weeks from now. I believe the nationals. So the nationals have been postponed to October, if I'm not mistaken. They're happening in Kerala. So they've been postponed to October, which means July, August, man, is when they should have the district competition. And how's the situation in Hyderabad, Aquib? कैसे चल रहा है वहाँ पे?
अभी तो ठीक है सर, बट केसेस आर इंक्रीजिंग नाउ. पता नहीं करेक्ट.
वो डेल्टा वाले केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं क्या?
हाँ.
और आपकी जानकारी में क्या बोल रहे हैं वहाँ पे डॉक्टर्स कि कितना सीरियसली लेना चाहिए डेल्टा सिचुएशन को?
अब वो बेसिक वही प्रोटोकॉल है सर. अब लोग मास्क ही नहीं पहन रहे यहाँ पे, तो बहुत मतलब
भाई
पीपल
कहीं
आर
नहीं पहन रहे.
हाँ सता रहे सब. तो इसलिए डॉक्टर्स का कहना है कि प्रिकॉशन करो. वही का फिर
और अभी
भी जिम्स तो ओपन हो गए, पता है.
जिम्स ओपन हो गया. कितने अभी नंबर्स कैसे चल रहे हैं यहाँ पे? अभी पुणे में तो अराउंड 1000 एक्टिव केसेस हैं. आपके उधर कैसा चल रहा है?
यहाँ पे भी सेम वही सिचुएशन.
1000 कुछ.
हाँ.
ओके. और Aman Bindra, Indore, how's Indore doing?
इंदौर इज डूइंग बेटर कंपेयर टू जैसा था. मतलब पूना और इंदौर का सेम ही हाल था, बट नाउ इट्स मच बेटर. बट देन अगेन दैट इररिस्पॉन्सिबल बिहेवियर फ्रॉम द सिटीजंस, दैट नो वन इज वेयरिंग द मास्क. पार्टी वार्टी चल रही है, सब घूमने जा रहे हैं. सो दैट्स एवरीवेयर.
ओपन किया तो ऐसा सब पूरा ऐसा भाग जा रहे हैं. जब फिर अगेन लॉकडाउन.
अभी right now I am not sure if this is the right life to ask this question, but me and Pranav was discussing this particular thing about you posted something about vaccine.
Yeah,
प्रणव
I
ने
did.
बोला तूने उसको लाइव में पूछना चाहिए था उसके बारे में. मैंने बोला मेरे दिमाग में आया नहीं.
Hey, no problem, man. So if anyone knows me,
अगर प्रणव
they know I'm.
you can add him.
Is Pranav here?
He was watching the live.
Anyone else wants to join, man? It's Aquib's party. Aquib, you're the boss, okay? Okay.
So
Now,
If I-
now
Ak-
he's not here. So maybe.
So Aquib is the boss. He can decide to kick me out. He can decide to kick Aman Bindra out. Whatever you want to do, buddy.
no, everyone is free to join.
Mansha is also here. Mansha is here. Mansha is like people cry when they get sick when not following protocols and then blame doctors and hospitals. Yeah, I am completely on board with that. Our health is our responsibility. If that wasn't made clear in this session, I don't know what will. So, yeah, man, the situation is that COVID's going to be there for a long, long time. It's not going anywhere. So, you might as well learn to live with it now and look after yourself.
आकिब भाई यार, आपको पोस्ट करना चाहिए अपना पिक्चर लिफ्टिंग वीडियोस पोस्ट करना चाहिए. आपकी प्रोफाइल पे कुछ है ही नहीं. आपने प्रोफाइल पिक्चर भी हटा रखा है.
अब अभी तो इन्होंने पब्लिक बनाई है प्रोफाइल. प्राइवेट प्रोफाइल थी इनकी.
पोस्ट करो यार, इतने अच्छे दिखते हो आप. करना चाहिए आपको.
Yeah, exactly, man. You should post as your story. It's so inspiring.
I'll try.
But it's completely your call, huh, by the way. Like if you're a private person,
No, no, no.
if you're a private
I
person,
actually I'm trying to get confident with talking to people nowadays. ये कोविड की
नहीं, वो
वजह से
मुझे
घर
लग
में
रहा है
बैठ गया
बिकॉज आप जो टेक्स्ट मैसेज पे लिखते हो ना, वो बहुत, मैंने पढ़ा ना, मेरे को लगा अरे ये बहुत स्मार्ट है, अभी आप वो बोलना नहीं चाह रहे हो, मे बी बिकॉज यू आर अ लिटिल नर्वस ऑन द कैमरा.
no, he's holding his own well, man. He's good, and yeah, but good stuff, man. Aman Bindra, someone's like push-up competition.
हाँ, उसके लिए मैं रेडी हूँ,
So,
पावर लिफ्टिंग वगैरह नहीं करूँगा.
hey, done, man. How many push-ups can you do, Aman Bindra?
I
I'll
I
beat you.
I haven't tested, मतलब मेरे को बहुत टाइम हो गया है किए हुए, बट अगर मेरे को
But,
फिर भी, if I have to give you idea, I can push easily 50-60 for now. But
man,
in
work harder.
in competition, if it's a competition, I can do better. I can push to
I know you
60.
can. I know you can. I know you. You got an easy 100 in you, buddy. Like
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, very much doable.
What happened to that pull-up competition? You guys were having some pull-up
वो
competition
फर्स्ट
also.
को है ना.
First of what? August.
हाँ, अरे ये पुल अप बार मेरा अभी आया यार, मैं दिखाता हूँ. अब कैमरा कैसे स्विच करते हैं मुझे पता नहीं, वो ऐसे दिखा दूंगी.
वहाँ
अब
पे एक
कल ही आया है ये.
oh
बहुत टाइम
nice.
बाद भेजा है उन्होंने, अभी लगवाना है आज, उसके बाद थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस चालू करूंगा.
Let's go. Mansha's like 100 plus. Mansha, can you do 100 plus push-up? We'll give you the title. Titanium. Oh, she's like 100 plus for Aman Bindra. I wouldn't be surprised if Mansha can do. I'm pretty sure she's strong enough. I've not seen her train,
No,
but
वो
I believe
लाइव
she has a
जाके,
powerlifting background.
लाइव जाके she trains. I guess she's doing powerlifting if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, she has a powerlifting background. Aman Bindra, there's some disturbance at your end, buddy.
यार I am not sure, मेरी यहाँ से तो ऐसा कुछ.
आप वो बस माइक्रोफोन को सेट कर दो क्योंकि जब मैं बात करता हूँ ना तो वहाँ पे एक ये आती है.
रुकना यार, मैं वापस मेरा ईयरफोन लेके आता हूँ जब तक आप लोग बात कर रहे हो.
Okay. So yeah, pull-up challenge is still on, man. Okay. I already put up my video. I don't know, Aquib, did you see my video with a 100-pound dumbbell?
No, no, I don't see.
Check out my reels. I got a pull-up video back in the day, 2015, with a 100-pound dumbbell.
I saw it. I saw that.
Yeah. So we'll see what the kids can do. See what the kids can do.
You want to see my pull-up bar? It's a DIY.
Show it to me.
I'll show you.
Show it. Oh, you got some equipment. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Hey, Aman Bindra, look at his homemade pull-up bar, man. Pretty cool.
I'm just
So,
wondering इस पे कैसे.
are those wrist straps?
Yeah.
Straps?
Yeah.
Oh my God! So you got the wrist straps which act as hooks, and what is that? What's that shaft? What's that made of?
That's my loadable dumbbell, sir. That's the dumbbell.
Oh man, that's badass. That is badass. Oh man, he's bolted it. So pretty good stuff.
I do. Yeah, these things are my daily. Morning to evening, I just do something. नए चीजें.
I can see. मेरे को बारबेल्स वगैरह भी दिख रही हैं वहाँ पे.
Yes sir.
एक बारबेल भी दिख रही है.
मेरा होम जिम है basically.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Chains and all.
ये पूरा. Yeah.
Look at those plates, man. Which plates are those? Are those Bull Rock ones by any chance? No.
No. These are not Bulldog. ये Gripple वाला.
बहुत जबरदस्त यार, वो फुल आर्नल्ड वाला फील आ रहा है, ओल्ड स्कूल.
Yes. इसलिए ये सैंडबैग है.
और ये आपका बेडरूम में आपने रखा है क्या ये आकिब भाई?
हाँ सर, बेडरूम में.
सुपर मैन. तो यहाँ पे आप स्क्वाट लगा लेते हो. बेंच प्रेस कैसे आप? यू हैव अ बेंच?
या बेंच भी है. I hope.
Nice. So you got a bench. Now, what about deadlifts? How do you manage the deadlifts here?
Deadlifts, see, I'll show you. ये जो
प्यार से रखते हो नीचे बार को?
नहीं ये है ना सर, ये डोर
हाँ,
मैट। तो
अरे
ये
नाइस.
डोर मैट्स है और ये प्लाईवुड का पीसेस है, तो आई यूज दोस
Oh,
एंड बिल्कुल
sorted.
साउंड नहीं आता।
Beautiful, man. That's awesome. तो अभी अभी क्या सिचुएशन है? अभी भी आप घर पे ट्रेन कर रहे हो या जिम जाते हो?
नहीं, घर पे ट्रेन कर रहा हूँ। जिम में प्रॉब्लम है सर, अब वो जिम में सब रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस रहते हैं।
Yeah. Now you have to keep safe also. I understand.
या
You did, Aman Bindra, you had COVID, right? Aquib, ever get COVID?
नो, आई डोंट थिंक सो। आई हैड इन्फेक्शन फ्लू टाइप, बट
आके भाई को
आई
पता भी
नेवर
नहीं लगा
गेट।
था तो बोला आई डोंट थिंक सो, हुआ भी तो होगा।
आधे लोग, हाँ वो आधे लोगों को तो पता भी नहीं होता है.
नाइस यार, मस्त है आपका। तो आप एक बात बताओ मुझे सच सच, आप जब घर पे ऐसे वर्कआउट करते हो तो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि मैं जिम में जाता हूँ तो एनवायरनमेंट की वजह से ना थोड़ा मजा आता है, तो अपने आप अच्छा हो जाता है वर्कआउट। तो मैं घर पे कर रहा था ना तो बहुत पुश करना पड़ता था अपने आप को। तो आपके साथ भी ऐसा होता है कि आपको वो रहता है कि नहीं यार मुझे घर पे भी करना ही है, वैसा ही एकदम?
नहीं, वैसे ही सर, घर
आ,
पे अपना ऐसा कुछ ऐसा है,
बस
स्ट्रांगली
फिर
मैं
आप
करता हूँ।
He, he loves it, man. He enjoys his training.
नाइस। आपके
Yeah,
भाई
ये
आप
एक्सेल
I
ये एक्सेल बार है सर, ये 2 इंच वाला है, तो फुल 2 इंच है।
oh man, look at that.
आपको कैमरा,
आप सिर्फ वो बारबेल यूज करते हो कि दूसरी भी यूज करते हो?
दूसरी भी है सर, नॉर्मल भी है। तो ये आप फुल्ली ग्रिप नहीं कर सकते, ये ऐसे है।
Yeah. Man, how and what's the weight of that bar? 40 kgs, 20, 30, कितना है वो?
वो 5 kg का है बार, मतलब वो मैं करीब से लाया था।
Okay, understood. But it's got a thick shaft. Oh, nice, man. Good stuff.
हाँ,
Nice.
आप
You
हैदराबाद
got
आइए सर,
chains as
अपन
well.
ज्वाइन करें। यस सर।
यार मेरा बहुत अच्छा दोस्त हैदराबाद में है यार, साहिल अग्रवाल. He works at Google in Hyderabad. So he's been calling me for a long time. आते हैं फिर, चलो अमन बिंद्रा हैदराबाद
डन।
जाते हैं. ब्यूटीफुल सिटी.
आप compete करने वाले हो जब बताओ, हम लोग आ जाते हैं उसी टाइम पे।
हाँ,
फुल सपोर्ट आपका।
I'm serious.
और आपको
हाँ.
अमन से हेल्प लेना चाहिए। अमन सबसे वन ऑफ द बेस्ट पावर लिफ्टर्स को ट्रेन करता है इंडिया के, आपको बहुत हेल्प मिलेगी उस चीज में।
Hey, you can definitely reach out to me, but I'll tell you something. Akib is a smart guy. He can figure out a lot himself, man. And you go at your own pace, buddy. You understand your body best.
यस, मैं
Yeah.
2017 से हर एक चीज एक बार लर्न करता हूँ, फिर ट्राई करता हूँ। अगर वर्क करा तो देन आई गो विद दैट, फिर अगर नहीं तो फिर आई लर्न न्यू थिंग्स। ऐसा है तो
यार आके
सबसे।
भाई, आप उसके बारे में जो बात कर रहे थे मेरे से, स्पॉट यूनिवर्सिटी वाली चीज पे आपने जो मेरे को लिखा था, आप वो बोलोगे अभी? क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप लोगों को यहाँ पे सिखा दोगे जो कोचेज हैं उनको भी।
नहीं
आप बताओ यार.
नहीं, तो एक्चुअली आप लोग जो बोल रहे थे फ्लेक्स स्पाइन का, तो उसमें मैं मतलब मैं जो समझा स्क्वाट यूनिवर्सिटी से, तो उसका क्या कहना है कि फ्लेक्स स्पाइन ठीक है, लेकिन आप जब लिफ्ट पूरा मूवमेंट करते जब फोल्ड नहीं होना स्पाइन। अगर आप फ्लेक्स स्पाइन रखकर ब्रेस है वो पोजीशन में, तो दैट इज ओके, लेकिन व्हेन यू आर लिफ्टिंग तो फिर ऐसे ऐसे मूव नहीं होना स्पाइन।
हाँ, वो
तो
ये
समझ
बोलना चाह रहा
आया।
आपका मतलब कि अंडर द लोड वो नहीं होना चाहिए, वो ऐसा
हाँ
बोल
हाँ,
रहा
अंदर द
है।
लोड मूव नहीं होना चाहिए।
हम्म,
फ्लेक्स भी रहा तो
हम्म।
चलता है, ऐसा मुझे समझा, बस आई डोंट नो।
हाँ, तो
Okay, तो
आप उसके बारे में आपने कुछ बोला था कि आपको ठीक नहीं लगा जो उसने बोला था, राइट? जहां तक मुझे याद
नहीं, ठीक नहीं मतलब
है।
मुझे उसका समझ में नहीं आता वो चीजें, तो पता नहीं।
तो चलो इसके बारे में थोड़ा सोचते हैं. अभी अगर उसने बोला है कि ठीक है, द जॉइंट शुडंट मूव, ब्रेस करके, द होप इज कि द जॉइंट or the series of joints in the spine, they don't move. But why should they not move? The burden of proof is on him because he's making a claim, so he has to support that with some explanation, right? Okay. Let's think about other joints when we are performing other exercise. For example, when you're performing the bench press, there's movement at the shoulder and the elbow joint. And sometimes we don't want there to be movement at the wrist joint, but there's still sometimes there is movement. So you can start thinking about it that way. Another way you can think about it is just because you cannot see movement. Let's say someone is very good at bracing, और हमको movement दिखती नहीं है कि spine में थोड़ी degree of flexion हो रही है या नहीं, ठीक है? That doesn't mean कि movement नहीं हो रही है, ठीक है? हमको एक external view दिखता है spine का, वो external view which is, and we can't see the spine, right? We can see what the spine is layered upon layered. There is tissue, there's fascia, there's so much stuff which basically sandwiches the spine. So we see that. We don't know, even if the spine is looking like it's rigid, we don't know if it's actually rigid. And now we have data. We have data wherein we see nothing visible on the exterior, but there are things which are happening inside. So, and man, under load, we move our spine all the time. As a football player, every time I swing my leg, I am rounding my spine, man, against resistance, and generating a lot of force. And there's movement. So these are problems, man. Squat University, I didn't know about Squat University. I came across the page and I went post after post after post. I didn't find one post which was worthwhile, not a single one.
And I believe अभी पूरा पावर लिफ्टिंग कम्युनिटी में सबको पता है, अभी सब मीम ही बनाते रहते हैं उस पे और जो बनाते हैं ना उनको भी नहीं पता है ऑनेस्टली, वो भी बहुत ही हाँ गलत उसको लेके ना, जैसे एक वो पेज है बाबल मीम डेसन, सो वो बाबल मेडिसिन का उन्होंने एक पेज बनाया है बाबल मीम डेसन, तो वो लोग स्क्वाट यूनिवर्सिटी पे बहुत मीम बनाते हैं, बट द वे दे लुक एट इट वो भी बहुत टेरिबल वो है, द वे दे लुक एट इट कि फॉर्म डजंट मैटर एट ऑल। मतलब वो या तो एक साइड है जहाँ फॉर्म मैटर ही नहीं करता है और एक है जो बहुत मैटर करता है, देयर इज नथिंग इन बिटवीन, तो दोनों वो उस पे है, एक इस एज पे है एक उस एज पे है।
Yeah. I recently spoke to Akshay Dada and Manti Manohar about technique. Unfortunately वो लाइफ सेव नहीं हुई, मे बी हम कभी बात करेंगे उसके बारे में।
सर ये एक रिक्वेस्ट आ रहा है सर, ये मंशा
हाँ ऐड कर दो मंशा को, नो प्रॉब्लम, ऐड करो यार बिंदास, यू आर द बॉस।
उमेश भाई हाय। हाय मंशा, व्हाट्स अप? अरे वो कहाँ गए? उनको मे भी वापस ऐड करना पड़ेगा आकिब भाई आपको।
हाँ करा,
आ गए वापस।
Am I there? मेरे को निकाल दिया।
आ गए वापस।
अच्छा, okay.
By the way, I'm drinking something cancerous, so मत पीजिएगा। I'm drinking something that is going to give me cancer, and I drink a lot of these.
What is that? Is it the Coke Zero or is it the regular sugary one?
No, it's Diet Coke.
Oh, Diet Coke. Aspartame.
Yeah.
The evil aspartame.
Yeah, very.
Checking in.
I also had some samosas, so apparently cholesterol is going to kill me too. We'll see about that. Anyway.
This should become a post or a reel or something.
Real powerlifter in the house with samosa and Diet Coke.
अरे नहीं, मेरे कोच को पता लग गया ना. He's going to have me by the head.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. By any chance, are you working with the strength mob? Mansha?
Yeah. Vedant is my coach. So yeah.
Vedant Paunikar, right?
Yeah.
I know Vedant, man. Awesome. Good stuff.
Yeah. Believe it or
Nice.
not, I started working with him 2 months ago. So, Aquib, by the way, I'm seriously a fan of your home gym. And my home gym is it's kind of like Kaam Chalao I have rubber plates and all that. But your home gym is kind of like my dream home gym, sort of something like that. And I'm seriously, I'm by that axle bar, awesome, awesome.
आकिब भाई मेरा 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 एक मिथ है ना, उसको आप बस्ट कर दो। ये आयरन प्लेट हैवी होती है ना रबर प्लेट से या नहीं? वो आप कभी भी आयरन प्लेट आपने यूज किया ना, जिस जिम में गए हो जहाँ पे ज्यादा आयरन प्लेट्स रहती है, और फिर आपने ट्रेन किया है बम्पर प्लेट्स वगैरह के साथ, ह्यूज डिफरेंस मतलब।
यस, वो समझ आता है, पता नहीं क्यों, बट है वो थोड़ा।
Hey, wait a second. Make this clear for me. What are you saying, man?
अरे
I,
I am talking about working out with iron plates and working out with bumper plates. It kind of feels a little
huh.
different. I mean, the weight is the same, but it feels a little different. I'm not sure about it, like how it happens.
Oh, feel okay. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Well, I think it's because the steel plates उनकी जो diameter होता है और density होती है, it's like more thinner, and it comprises like less space on the bar as compared to bumper plates or rubber plates. So it's going to feel different because it's not spread out on the bar.
Oh, that's an interesting point actually. Um, I was having a discussion with someone about the seated calf raise,
अरे एक सेकंड, मैं
wherein
ऐसा नहीं कह रहा हूँ 10 किलो के बराबर नहीं है, सॉरी, ये जो भी है। अरे मैंने ऐसा नहीं बोला, ऐसा मत बोल, मैं मत
cut
बोला।
cut हो गया. Now you can't clarify. But I'll tell you what happened. The seated calf raise, okay? So uh, this guy uses two thick bumper plates, okay? I've seen thick bumper plates, these are like super thick. Okay, so you got like 25 kilos plus 25 kilos, thick bumper plates. Then another guy comes and he removes those bumper plates. He's like, I need those bumper plates, man. You use you use the slimmer ones, the regular iron 25 kg bumper plates, 25 kg plates. And that guy's like, no, यार मेरे को feel नहीं आता है जो bumper plates में feel आता है. I'm like, okay, but you know what? That got me thinking. Could there actually be a difference? Let's assume that those two, all four plates weigh the same. So all our 25 kilo plates. We have two. We have a pair of iron plates which have a thinner profile, and then we have a pair of bumper plates which which occupy more space on that seated calf raise station. It got me thinking. I was like, hey, it's actually different. The reason for that is when something occupies more space on the bar, that means it is able to generate a greater moment. For example, let's say if I place something here versus I place something here, the same load here has more potential to cause rotation, right? As compared to the same load here. So that is what was happening when that guy was using the bumper plates. He was actually experiencing maybe a little more in the way of resistance because there was a greater momentum of that same load. And I was like, okay, maybe that's what's happening here. But these are things which you over time come to see, like things which look exactly the same, which seem stupid. And then you just think a little more and you realize, oh, but it's different.
Someone commented, Aman Duggal bhai, can you debate Chirag of Twitter? अरे वो चिराग उसका client हमसे debate करेगा वो client.
I'll debate my client, no problem. Chirag is my client, but I'll debate him. No problem.
He's a nice guy.
No problem whatsoever. Nice guy, not nice guy, I don't care. Get anyone, okay? And now, hey, people are in my DMs. They're like, hey, can you debate that guy? I'm like, call him. No, like finish it off. Just call that person. What, you want me to go ask him for a debate? You want to set up a debate? Then call that person. I'm ready anytime, man. Okay, we can also have a debate.
No. डिबेट नहीं करना.
All right, man. Hey,
Learn करना है, learn.
but And a lot of times you get to learn a lot from having a
Yeah,
discussion. I've learned more from having arguments with my teachers, like respectful arguments, than it's a fun way, man. It's a good exercise to like you know challenge your teacher and then challenge your own thought process. It's fun. Otherwise, what will you do? Learn from books? You can do that, but I like making things a little interesting. And every time I do something of this nature, I end up learning something.
And you kind of practice this logic thing, the critical thinking thing. When you are into the argument, you kind of practice all of those.
Man, and for another day, this is Aquib's show, man. But people don't know how to think critically, man. Everyone wants to claim that they are thinking critically because they know what a logical fallacy is or a cognitive bias is. Man, it's so bad. It's terrible. Especially the new age skeptics. The new age skeptics are the worst, man. The absolute worst. Because as soon as I questioned vaccines, the vaccines which we have available right now, I got a thappa, anti-vaxxer. I'm like, wait a second, man. I'm pro-vaccination. I am vaccinated. There are vaccines which genuinely work, which have stood the test of time. But these vaccines, I have a problem with them. Okay, I'm still digging. I'm still digging data. So maybe I'll do a live session with Aman Bindra to talk about it.
Damn, मुझे इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता भाई मैं तो कुछ नहीं बोलने वाला हूँ
भाई जानना जरूरी है
हाँ
यार.
मैं बोलने वाला हूँ मैं सुनने वाला हूँ I'm just going to
हाँ जो भी है पर it's important to know this stuff, man, because a lot of people don't know, including doctors, by the way, because doctors are stressed. I've been asking doctors, and doctors don't know jack about it, man, because they are treating the patients and they are getting data and they are just reciting the sound bites which come their way. Oh, WHO ने बोला cool, इन्होंने बोला cool. A lot of people aren't well versed with the literature on the current vaccines which we have right now.
CDC से जो इन्फॉर्मेशन आ रही है, WHO से आ रही है, वो डायरेक्टली फॉरवर्ड करते जा, मतलब पेशेंट को बोलते जा रहे हैं. वैक्सीन का पूरा डिटेल वो नहीं है ना सब कुछ.
और वो अभी इसको पकड़ा है यार फॉसी को. he's in a lot of trouble, man, that guy. A lot of people are questioning him today. So anyway, man, this is Aquib's show. Aquib, I had a lot of fun, man, doing this. I have to take off now because it's Sunday and it's client day. So I have a lot of programs to write. But anything else which you'd like to share? Aman Bindra, Mansha, Aquib.
Oh yeah, go on, Aquib.
No, you tell, but I have to show something to Aman, sir. I will tell.
अरे नहीं, I was just saying that sporty वाला मेरे को भी बताना, because so something that I've been doing lately, it's just I don't correct people anymore. I think it's a waste of my time, because people will only believe what they want to. They just don't want to listen somebody else's opinion. They just want you to agree with them. So now what I do is I sarcastically agree with them, and then I send like a very cool picture of Dr. Aaron. Which I personally मैंने उस पे मूछे और कुछ और भी लिखा हुआ है. So that picture is what I sent. So yeah, apparently मैंने एक photo डाली थी जिसमें I showed a strong man picking up the atlas stone. It's called an atlas stone, right, Aquib?
Yeah.
So he's picking up the atlas stone, which should be around 250 kilos, by the way, and he's picking spine. A flexed spine. And I sarcastically wrote, oh my god, he's going to break all of his back. Nothing is going to become like, nothing is going to be in place when he is done doing that. So there was the
स्टोन लिफ्ट करते वक्त ना फ्लेक्स स्पाइन तो रहता ही, बाद में प्लेटफॉर्म पे रखते वक्त स्पाइन मूव भी होता है. थोरैसिक एक्सटेंशन भी होता है उसमें.
There is no compressive force on the spine, which people don't understand. Also, a spine is like 33 individual bones. It's not like a forearm or a radius and ulna. की एक bone है.
Yeah. There are multiple joints which some people it's well, man for another day. For another day. But
Yeah,
Akib, you wanted to show something?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. ये जो वन सेकंड वो आपको दिख रहा है तो दिस बार हैज चेन्स अराउंड आपको नहीं दिख सकता वन तो ये मैं स्टेबिलिटी के लिए यूज करता था चेन वगैरह मतलब ऐसी जस्ट तो
Yeah. Oh, that's
ये
good.
बता
A
तो
comp.
ये बताना चाह रहा था बस
No, I saw that. You use some accommodating resistance. How did you make that, by the way? It's very interesting.
सर ये थोड़ा सा स्क्रैप यार्ड वगैरह जाना पड़ता था ये सब बनाने के लिए
खतरनाक
ये
यार, ऐसे ही बनाना
वेल्डर
चाहिए.
वेल्डर के पास बैठकर बनाए हूँ दिस थिंग डंबल्स ये रॉड
Man, you can actually make a lat pull down now with that mechanism. अगर आपको
ये
आपने एक
हाँ
पुल अप बार लगा लिया, आप एक पुली के साथ वहां पे लैट
I
पुल डाउन भी
guess
बना
he
सकते हो.
already has a pulley bar.
नो नो पुली
Lat pull
बार तो
down,
नहीं है
lat pull down
नहीं
है
नहीं
ना आपने
लैट
जो अभी दिखाया था.
नहीं वो पुलअप
नहीं
के
वो
लिए
हाँ
बनाया था
अच्छा अच्छा मस्त
Yeah.
यार आपको
By
किसी
the
ने
way,
पावर लिफ्टिंग कर दिया
Akib,
मजा
you
आएगा.
can give me like 200 points, and I might ask for pointers because मैं scrap वाले के पास जाके कुछ और बनाऊंगी, and I'll ask you for advice. Okay? Is that fine?
सॉरी आई कुड नॉट हियर
I will take advice from you to how to like get certain things made because I have no idea. मैं इतनी creative नहीं हूँ. You are amazing, man. Well, I am a fan of yours. When I heard what Duggal Saab was saying about you and your whole story, seriously, man, my problem seems so little right now. It is it is amazing that I'm very humble and I'm very glad that I got to know you. I'm seriously texting you after this. Um,
थैंक यू
Same man, same. I was also incredibly inspired, and this is like a real life superhero inspirational story. We got a lot of pretenders, man, who are like, oh, I was in 2020 and I had a little financial loss and I overcame that. And people are like, sir, आप ही हो, क्या मजा आ गया. आपके पास पैसे नहीं थे आज अभी आपने BMW खरीद ली मजा आ गया. YouTube baby, the best.
oh, YouTube. YouTube is another level of shit, but let's not. Anyway, thank you guys for having me. I like Duggal Saab. I have to go talk to my clients. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. Sorry, fortunately.
ये बोल के
Yeah. So if anybody
टाइम
is
भी हो
watching,
गया
I can save this.
I'm
या
very glad. So